What's going on, guys? Mush back at it with another video. Here to cover a free Steam PC game that honestly, I think looks pretty good. It's not gonna be everybody's cup of tea, but I'm gonna be real with you guys. Sometimes when I cover these free Steam games, I already know, man, I'm finna get cooked in the comments section. I know some of you guys just appreciate snagging up all the freebies, but at the same time, you know, sometimes I look at the freebies on Steam in particular. Epic Game Store usually has pretty good freebies, but Steam in particular, because it's the developer's prerogative to put games for free. Obviously, they're not being incentivized to put their games for free. But I'm just like, man, your boy's finna get cooked. But, you know, I mentioned them. This one, again, it's not gonna be for everyone, but I think relatively speaking on the scale of freebies, if you're into visual novels, one that might be worthwhile to check out. We'll go over that. We'll go over Humble Choice, which it's wrapping up, your final opportunity to get that, and some big games are on the horizon. Want to cover a couple of those at the end of this video. As always, if you end up buying anything, I do get an affiliate kickback, which is much appreciated. But first of all, Along the Edge is available for free. Now, narratively, maybe this game won't be your cup of tea, but guess what? It is a game with 318 Steam user reviews, 89% positive. Following the loss of a baby, a breakup, and a surprise heritage, Daphne decides to leave everything behind to start a new life in the French countryside. There, she discovers she's the last descendant of a line of witches. Will she embrace the family tradition? I love the art direction of this game. I think that looks fantastic. And again, it's going to be a visual novel, it's going to be a super narrative-heavy game, light on the gameplay, so keep that in mind. The game notes a profound and immersive story. Daphne is at a dead end when she inherits her remote family estate in the French countryside. She also inherits a generational feud between her family, the Delators, and the mighty Maltares. At the same time, Frank, the father of the child they lost, is back to patch things up, but Daphne must also juggle the insistent courtship of a new suitor, her work as a teacher, the local middle school, rumors of witchery attached to her name, and this mysterious condemned tower. Become a witch, a priestess, a math teacher, or the director of the local school. Avenge your family or bury the hatchet. Choose among the characters. Over 450 full-screen illustrations, an original soundtrack featuring piano music, dozens of achievements to unlock 20 characters with over 400 variations and attitudes as well. Typically $13.99, but it is available for free right now, so you can go ahead and check that out. Along the Edge is free until tomorrow at 1 p.m. Eastern time, but obviously if you add it to your library, it will be yours to own. Alright, moving on from that, do want to give you guys one final shout on Humble Choice. Your final opportunity to pick this up before that offer does expire. Humble Choice just rotates. Remember, $15 will get you Sonic Frontiers, Tomb Raider 4, 5, and 6 Remastered, Hunt Showdown, Etrian Odyssey 2, Nice Day for Fishing, Metal Slug Tactics, Settlement Survival, and Wizard of Legend 2. I would say, all in all, a pretty good bundle given everything that you're getting. Sonic Frontiers has been at a historic low of $11.99 on Steam, and I would not be surprised if sometime this year, maybe in the summer, it's one of those deep discount games and it's 90% off for $5.99. I also bring that up because it would be a great opportunity to put the game heavily discounted, and if Sonic Frontiers 2 or whatever the game is called comes out this year, a good way to promote that game as well. Just throwing that out there, I could totally see that happening. Tomb Raider 4, 5, and 6 Remastered. Tomb Raider's gonna be in the news cycle very much for the next year or two, with Tomb Raider, the remake coming out this year, Legacy of Atlantis. You got Tomb Raider Catalyst coming out next year, and then the Tomb Raider Amazon show coming out as well. There's gonna be a lot to look forward to as far as Tomb Raider is concerned. And given, you know, your boy's been bugging out about the lack of Tomb Raider for the last 9 years, you know, that makes me pretty excited. So, I'm not crazy about the old school Tomb Raiders, you know what I'm saying? I'm more about the Survivor trilogy, but a lot of people are into these games, so that being included, definitely a good value there. Hunt Showdown, Etrian Odyssey 2, which is the sleeper. There's a lot of attention on the top 3 games. Etrian Odyssey 2, dungeon crawling JRPG there. I played that back on the Nintendo DS when it came out. Memory's a little bit hazy, but I remember enjoying it, and that still goes for a fairly premium price, so check that out. Alright, moving on from that, we got some big games coming out over the course of the next week. Next week, we will have the release of Nioh 3. It is 12% off at our friends at Fanatical for $61.59. The Digital Deluxe Edition is 12% off for $96.79. To go on a little bit of a tangent, more people I feel like should be aware of this. Yes, at a baseline level, that $70 price tag for games is not going up if you only perceive it from the standpoint of the standard edition. Guys, they are being a little bit more crafty. I talked about this with Forza Horizon. You see that with Nioh 3 as well. $110 for the digital deluxe edition, and that season pass includes new story content, new missions, new boss battles, etc., etc. Look, I get excited for all of these games, but I like to be assessing things like this. Even if Forza Horizon 6 is one of my most anticipated games of the year, even if I think Nioh 3 looks great, even if this game looks great, that game looks great, be aware of these things and just something to be mindful of. But the game's base price is $70. That's the standard price for games these days, so it is what it is on that standpoint. $61.59 there. I think Nioh 3 looks awesome. I will be playing it. You guys know me, I get brutalized in these Souls-like action titles, and Nioh I always thought was a level up from the FromSoft games, a level up from Code Vein, and etc., etc., these games that, you know, are in the Souls-like genre, but I always put Nioh as the most difficult of them all, so, I don't know, maybe some of you guys disagree. I know a lot of people didn't think Nioh 2 was that difficult, but, yeah, whatever the case may be, Nioh 3, I think looks fantastic. I think the more open level design, I think some of the locales they've already showcased, the boss battles, all that looks really good. And it is unfortunate it's coming out a week after Code Vein 2. I think Code Vein 2 is going to be the one that gets cooked, but it is what it is. There is going to be a free demo that will be dropping tomorrow, so be on the lookout for that. And given that it's a Tecmo Koei title, they do not have a lot of goodwill when it comes to their PC version, so that free demo is going to be something definitely y'all are going to want to check out. Hopefully, fingers crossed, the PC performance is good. As I mentioned, Code Vein 2, Standard Edition is 15% off for $59.49. Remember, the Standard Edition will be launching tomorrow at 6 p.m. Eastern Time. The Deluxe Edition and Ultimate Edition with fake early access is available right now. Deluxe Edition will get you the expansion DLC as well. Generally speaking, the Bandai Namco bundled-in DLC has been very mid, so keep that in mind. But, yeah, I would say at this point, you've already waited a little bit. Wait till tomorrow and get the Standard Edition, or, you know, buy the Standard Edition now and play it at 6 p.m. tomorrow. Game's gotten okay reviews. Look, I'm a weeb, so the anime aesthetic is going to be right up my alley, but nevertheless, $59.49 on that. And then, obviously, one of the biggest games of the year, Resident Evil Requiem, is 18% off for $57.39. I think that's an outstanding deal for Resident Evil Requiem. Like I said, a game I'm incredibly excited for and hoping for the best out of it. Leon's my boy, you know, loved Resident Evil 2, loved Resident Evil 4, Resident Evil 6, I didn't even think was that terrible, but, yeah, love to see Leon back. The element of Grace having the more methodical, stealthy approach of gameplay, and then Leon being more action-heavy. Hopefully that's a good marriage, and I've been looking into some of these previews. Game's shaping up quite nicely, so fingers crossed on that one, delivering. And Capcom's been pretty darn consistent. The Resident Evil engine has also been pretty good from the standpoint of utilizing it in Resident Evil, so I expect the PC performance on this to be solid, and hopefully it turns out pretty well, like I said. And I'm fairly confident in that. Resident Evil has been, honestly, one of the most consistent franchises in all of gaming. But that is going to do it for me. Again, get a free copy of Along the Edge, one of the better freebies that Steam's had to offer. A humble choice available, last opportunity on that with Sonic Frontiers, Tomb Raider 4, 5, and 6, Hunt Showdown, Etrian Odyssey 2, and more. Then you got Nioh 3, you got Code Vein 2, you got Resident Evil Requiem at the end of next month. Requiem is February the 27th, so a lot to be looking forward to. There's other games coming out, you know, Dragon Quest 7 Reimagined. Romeo is a Dead Man, I think, looks great. Hopefully, you know, some of our friends, Fanatical, Green Man Gaming, might have that in stock. It's a self-published game by Grasshopper, so I don't know how they're going to handle that, but nonetheless, a lot of good stuff coming out in the next couple of months. Crimson Desert will be here before you know it as well, but that'll do it for me. Let me know all of your thoughts in the comment section down below. As always, guys, thanks for watching, and I will catch you guys in the next one. Peace out. Hey, what's going on, guys? Mush here again. Hope you enjoyed the video. As you guys might know, YouTube's notification system is sometimes a little bit wonky, even if you're subscribed to the channel. Maybe you're not abundantly aware that I uploaded a video. To remedy that situation, make sure you hit the bell notification button. This way, whenever I upload a new video, and I try to upload as consistently as possible, you will be notified directly of the upload, and you can watch it as soon as it goes live. I would really appreciate it if you guys hit that button so you can stay up to date with all of the content I'm posting. But as always, guys, thanks for watching, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace out.